Hello, good day viewers. Welcome to another mathematics presentation. So right here with me, I'm presenting on algebra, and this is our part 2 of the video. We did our first part of the video based on algebra, where we looked at how we can simplify expressions. So in this video, our main concentration will be based on how we can factorize. Okay, so we have our first question right here. Factorize 4b plus 16c. So when they ask you to factorize, there are only two things that you must think of. Number one, if you have been given the letters and the numbers in the expression, of the highest common what factor, that is for the numbers. Then when it comes to the letters, you also think of the common letter. So here we are going to write the question. We copy the question the way it is, and our question is 4b plus 16c. Now when we look at the numbers that we have a 4 and we have a 16. So we need to find the highest common factor of 4 and 16, meaning the bigger number that can go into 4 and 16. So that bigger number is a 4. So the moment you identify that, you need to write that number right here. So you write a 4. Then you look at the letters that you have. Do you have the common letters here? So here we have a B, here we have a C. So we have to find out which of these letters is common. So these two letters are different because here it's a B, here it's a C. So we are just going to have a 4. Then the moment you do that, we open the bracket. Then what you are going to write inside the brackets, you start dividing. The first term is a 4b, so say 4b over 4. So this 4 that I've written down here is the 4 that you have factored out. So you say 4 here 1, 4 here 1. 1 into 1 is a 1. Then you just remain with a b. So the b will be written inside the brackets plus. Then you also get the same the second term there, which is a 16c. You do the same. You divide. You say 16c divided by a 4. So 4 into 4 it's 1. 4 into 16 it's a 4. So 1 into 4c we will get a 4c. So here we are going to write a 4c. Then we cross. So this is our answer. Okay. All right. So we've now come to our question B right here. Our question B reads factorize. So we have AB plus BC. So we need to factorize this one. So before we factorize, we are going to write the question. Okay, we are going to write our question, and our question is AB plus BC. So here we don't have a number, we only have the letters. So identify which of these letters is common. We have AB plus BC. So here the common letter is a B. We have a B here, even here we have a B. So we need to factor out this common letter. So we're going to write B outside the bracket, open. So we just need to divide where we say AB, the first term, divided by what? By B. So I do hope that you are following. So from here we say B A and B to cancel. So meaning that here we write A. Then we say plus. Then the other term that we have, it's a BC. So we also need to divide this by B. This B that we had to factor out. So this and this will cancel. We only remain with a what? A C. We cross. So this is our answer. We have factorized. Okay. All right, so we now come to our question C right here. Factorize completely 18 minus 2x squared. So we need to factorize completely this expression. So step 1, we are going to write our given expression. In this case, we have 18 minus 2x squared. So we need to find out, we have 18 and a 2. So we need to find the highest common factor of 18 and 2. So in terms of the numbers, the highest common factor of 18 and 2, it's 2. So we are going to write the 2, okay? So we are going to write the 2 like this, okay? So the moment you write the 2, then you look at the letters. Here we have x, but on this first term, we only have 18. There's no letter. So meaning that you only factor out 2. So when you factor out 2, we need to open the bracket like this. So to know what term we are going to write inside the brackets, okay? To know what term we are going to put right here, we need to divide the first term 18, just like what you have been doing. Say 18 divided by 2. So 2 here 1, 2 into 18 is a 9. So here we are going to remain with a 9 minus, again we have 2x squared. Okay, so we have 2x squared, 2x squared divided by the 2. So these 2 and these 2 will cancel. You only remain with x squared like this. Now, the moment you write this, you can check what you have inside the brackets. We have a 9 and we have x squared. Okay, so since there is a minus here and this is x squared and this 9 is a perfect square number, it means that we are going to have what we call a difference of 2 squares. Okay, we are going to have a difference of 2 squares. So this 9 is a perfect square number, so it should be written in index form. Okay, so 9 can be written as 3 to the power 2, because 3 to the power 2 means 3 times 3, which will give us a 9. So this is what you are going to write where there is a 9 right here. You replace. Okay, so let's write that. All right, so we are going to write a 2. So here we'll use the square bracket, then open bracket here. This 9 we have said you write it 3 to the power 2. It's the same as 9 minus x squared. We cross, then we put the square brackets. Then from here, difference of 2 squares simply means that this term is going to be written like this. You write 2 open square bracket minus. So since here we have 3 squared, okay, and here we have x squared and a minus. So where we have 3 squared, I'll pick 1 3, okay, then one here we have minus. So we're going to use the first operation, the minus, and in the second part we are going to use the addition operation. So we are going to write like this, where we write 3 minus 2. We also get sorry, not 3 minus 2, should be 3 minus x. Okay, all right, so it's supposed to be 3 minus x. I wrote a 2 by mistake. So we cross, then again we open the bracket. So again we write 3 plus x, then we cross, with a square bracket. So this is our answer. All right, so we've now come to our third question, where we have factorize. We have 5x squared minus 5. So first thing, we'll write our question the way it is: 5x squared minus a 5. So what we have here is we have the numbers. We have 5x squared minus 5. So we find the highest common factor of this 5 and this 5, of which the highest common factor of the 5 is the 5 itself. So the moment you spot that, you write the 5. Then in terms of the letters, we only have x here. On this other term, there's no letter, so we can't factor out x. It's not common. Okay, so we are going to open the bracket like this. Then we do what we have been doing. We start dividing the first term, 5x squared, divided by the term that we have factored out, which is a 5. So this and this will cancel. So inside the brackets, we only remain with the x squared, such that if we expand, we say 5 times this x squared to give us 5x squared. That is the interpretation here. So again, we need to work out the 5 which is there. 5 divided by the 5 which is outside. Here 1, here 1. So 1 divided by 1, it's 1. So it will be minus a 1. We cross. Okay. Then if you check what we have inside, we have x squared minus 1. That's what we have inside, x squared minus 1. So what you need to do is you need to write this one in index form. Okay, so in index form it means that 1 is going to have a power 2 because 1 is a perfect square. Okay, so that if we write 1 squared is just the same as 1. Okay, so 1 squared means 1 times 1, which will give us 1. So this is what we are going to write. So we write 5 open bracket x squared minus 1 squared. So I've told you that this is the difference of two squares. So what you do, you write 5 open square bracket, then minus, here you write x minus 1, you cross, again open bracket, x plus 1, you cross, then cross square bracket. So this is our answer. Okay, so I hope you are following, you're understanding what you are doing. Okay, all right guys, so we've now come to this other question. So the question reads, factorize completely 6ax minus 4ay minus 3bx plus 2by. Okay, so we are going first to write our question, and our question is 6ax minus 4ay minus 3bx plus 2by. This is our question. Now, what you need to do is, in order for you to be able to factorize nicely, you look at how many terms you have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So here we have 6ax minus 4ay minus 3bx plus 2by. So since there are 4 terms, we need to identify which terms have got similar letters. Okay, similar letters. Now here, the first term you can see we have 6ax minus 4ay. So this one there is a, and this other one there is also a. They already have similar letters. Okay, then when you go to the third term, we have 3bx plus 2by. Even these, they have similar letters, which is b and b on both sides. So for this one, it's easy. There's no need for you to start regrouping the terms. Okay, but if you find that they have different letters the way they are arranged, you start by regrouping the terms, putting the right terms together, then you carry on. So for this one, we are just going to separate them like this. We just separate them like this. Then after separating them, we need to look at each bracket. So in this first bracket, we have 6ax minus 4ay. We have to find the highest common factor of 6 and the 4. Okay, and this highest common factor of 6 and the 4, it's a 2. Then what about the letters? Here we have ax, here we have ay. So letter a is the common letter, so it will also be written outside the brackets. Then we do this. So you know what you have been doing? So we'll be saying 6ax, we divide by 2a, the one that we have factored out. So this a and this a will cancel. 2a1, 2 into a 6, it's a 3. So in brackets we remain with the 3x minus, then here we have 4ay, so write 4ay divided by the same number that we factored out, which is the highest common factor. So this a and a will cancel. 2a1, 2 into 4, it's a 2. So we are remaining with a 2y. You cross. Okay, minus. Now this one is tricky. Okay, this one is tricky. Why? Because what you have inside the brackets here, you have 3x minus 2y. So it means that even to this other bracket, when you factorize, you must have the same terms like what you have in this first bracket. The moment if they are different, it means that you are wrong somewhere. You need to go and check your work. Okay, so in the second bracket right here, in terms of the numbers, we have 3 and a 2. Okay, so there is no highest common factor of 3 and a 2, is just 1, which will give us the same things. So in terms of the letters, we have B, B. So letter B is common, then we have X and Y. These are different. So we are going to factor out the common letter. In this case, it's letter B. So factor out letter B. Okay, open bracket. So from what we have been doing, we can do it whereby we get the first term, which is a 3bx divided by a b. So this b and this b will cancel. It means that you remain with 3x. Okay, then after doing that, don't rush. Here there is a negative sign here. You have seen this negative sign, and inside the brackets here you have a positive sign. So you need to multiply this negative times this positive. Okay, so negative times positive to give us a negative. So it means that in brackets we are going to write a negative. Okay, then we divide, where we get the 2b y divided by the b, which is outside there. So this b and this b will cancel. You remain with a 2y. So you can check from what we have. Inside this first bracket we had 3x minus 2y, and in the second bracket we have 3x minus 2y. They are same. Okay, so this means that your calculations are correct. So from there we are going to do this. From these two common terms, you just pick one. Okay, we just pick one, where we write 3x minus 2y. We cross again, we open the brackets. Now in these other brackets, what are we going to put? You can see here we have 2a and here we have minus b. So these are the terms we are going to put in the brackets. So we are going to write 2a minus a b. Okay, so this is our answer. So this is our answer right here. Okay, so I think for today we can end here. Another video for part 3 is going to be created so that you see how we can work out algebra. Okay, so thank you so much everybody for having time to view this content. This has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye bye.